Tell you what, though, the other thing that's come up this week is they're making an HBO adaptation of the Harry Potter series. Like,
I'm
not a huge Harry Potter guy, but I'm aware that it was quite a big thing for a while, like, with the magical wizards and all the stuff. That's all good. Anyway, yeah, they're starting to cast the movie, or sorry, the TV show, obviously. And one of the roles that's waiting to be filled is the role of Snape. And I think apparently they found their Snape. They, according to Deadline anyway, they have approached, what is his name? Papa Isidu. I'm sorry if I butchered his name. But he is apparently in line to play Severus Snape. And like here he is, right? So he's the guy on the left. Just in case you're wondering.
I was going to ask which one is he? It's the one on the left. You sure they're not
the left, right.
It's the guy on the left, right? Because I know there's pretty close likeness there, and it's hard to tell them apart. Yeah. But like, yeah, he's the guy on the left. And I don't know, it seems uncanny. Like, so if I read the description of what Severus Snape actually looked like, it says he was a thin man with sallow skin, a large hooked nose, and yellow teeth. He usually dressed in flowing black robes, which made him resemble an overgrown bat. He had shoulder-length, greasy black hair, which framed his face in curtains, curling lips, and dark, penetrating eyes that resembled tunnels. Yeah.
The miracles of plastic surgery about to make this guy go through a lot, dude. Huh?
Yeah. Is it going to be reverse Tropic Thunder?
I was going to say that. Yeah.
What is the point of doing a 10-year, one season, a book adaptation of it super faithful if you're going to not be super faithful with your first casting?
And if you have anything to say about it, you're racist. It's like, well, no, we're just trying to stick to the source material. Why
is Kingsley Shacklebolt going to be white? That's a black character. Like, what are we doing?
I mean, this is the thing, right? Because I could sort of understand if they just came out and admitted, like, look, we know that in the books Snape was white, and that's fine. Alan Rickman did an incredible job portraying him in the movies, but we're going to go in a totally different direction with this show. Like, we want to just like do something completely different here. Okay, fine. But I know they're going to try and play the whole like, well, it was never specifically said that he was white bullshit when it comes to like this character. And that's going to be their out for this. It's like,
if it said he was white 10,000 times in the book, that still wouldn't matter. Like, they only pull that argument for as long as they could pull it. It wouldn't mean anything if they couldn't.
I just don't understand why. You know, what are we virtue signaling here?
You know, it'd be funny when Harry gets casted and he meets Hagrid. He goes, "You're a Jew, Harry." He goes, "I'm a what? A Jew, and a thumping good one."
You're selling me on this show.
Everyone just starts picking up their ethnicities.
I mean, you guys could probably, like, I don't know, are any of you guys Harry Potter fans?
Not really.
I'm a huge Harry Potter fan.
Yeah, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan.
Well, I mean, you could give us your opinion then. So, like, the movies, I was under the impression that they were a pretty good adaptation of the books, but perhaps they are not, and maybe you can fill us in.
For the most part. Yeah, they are.
So, like, it's not like, you know... Scenes? So it's not like amongst the fan base, there's a lot of people crying out for like a new take on this. Like, oh man, those movies really fell short.
Those movies were amazing, dude.
They're great.
I mean, the books I think are better, but the movies have their own magic.
They left a lot of scenes out of some of the books, and they changed the ending significantly. So there was always a vocal group saying that like a direct adaptation would be great.
Yeah.
But like casting, they were pretty perfect. The only problem with Alan Rickman, he's about 20 years older than Snape would have been. But other than that, that's a pittance.
So they just need to get Adam Driver.
Yeah. Yes, 100% Adam Driver.
Be easy shot.
Do you think they'll call it Defense Against the Dark Arts, or do you think they'll have to rename it?
Defense Against the Arts.
The Dark Lord.
Defense Against Autistic.
Defense Against the Tism.
Yeah. The non-melanated Lord.
Ron got sort of done dirty.
The non-melanated. The sun cancer. Oh yeah, I don't know.
What about black magic? What about black magic, Albus? And he goes, "Listen, I'll have none of that language here, Harry. African magic."
Wait till you see the Sorting Hat and how they've divided up the kids into their groups. It's all going to get a bit dark.
Fuck,
You are a
dude.
Jew.
Well, you could have a kid
Harry,
say like, I identify as a Slytherin." It's like, well, okay, you're in Slytherin then.
Yeah.
If Harry does a racism and everyone's like, "Oh no, Dumbledore's about to take 10 points from Gryffindor," then he adds 10 points. Like,
It's gonna make Snape
Wait a
talking
minute.
about purebloods really awkward.
Oh
And
yeah, that's gonna be.
There's a lot of things that it would be made really awkward if you race swap certain characters.
Oh, go on, do it. Like cast Hermione as mixed race, and then have people call her a mudblood.
Yeah.
Like, see
Then
how
have
well
her-
that goes down.
She organizes like a slave rebellion essentially with the elves, the house elves. Like she has a whole, not go over well.
Wait,
if they do that.
isn't James Potter hate Severus?
He
Yes.
hates his ass. Yeah.
So
dude,
they
use-
reason
they-
why.
this-
James Potter's wearing a big white hood, and he goes, "I don't like you, purebloods." He's like,
we all know what they did to Severus on the tree. It's not going to
Oh,
look very
God.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hanging him
It's
upside
Gryffindor
down.
walking around with bleach and a rope.
Yeah, dude. It's.
another 10 points to Gryffindor.
I mean, then you're going to have to change so many story elements because then you're actually going to be like offending people in that case, and it's like, yeah, all right. Well, where does the
He's
buck
a-
stop?
Well, the buck theoretically stops with J.K. Rowling, and like, isn't she kind of on board with a lot of this
Apparently,
stuff?
she's infused with the casting. She's got her influence in there. So if this is what she
No.
wants, then
This is
that'll
what she
be.
wants.
I don't know. We'll have to find out. This is not confirmed, right? This is just speculated.
Yeah, speculation.
Oh, well,
yeah.
Fine with Hermione being black when the Cursed Child came out.
And her reasoning was it was a stage play, and it was no different than Shakespeare or other stage plays where different people can play the role. That was her reasoning. You know, whether she
Well,
uses
so-
that.
I
It's
never
like-
said the character's skin color, and then someone went into it and went white. And then you can see it on the art cover. She's on the front cover of the page. She's a white girl with brown hair.
Well, I was going to say, doesn't she get specifically described as having like long brown hair?
Yeah,
So, kind of a
she
tough
just went,
sell.
nah.
Thick,
It's like
curly.
Dumbledore.
brown-
Dumbledore
brown
wasn't
hair.
gay, then he is.
Yeah.
No, Dumbledore was always gay. It was always gay from the beginning in her story Bible, and it's very obvious that the single older man that dresses in fine silks was gay. But it wasn't until the movies that they tried to have him tell Harry about a girlfriend.
Well, I
and she
thought
wrote
it
in the
was
margins.
strange
Now
when
he's
he's
gay.
rubbing Harry's shoulders, going, "You're the chosen one, Harry." That kind of gave
Come
it
and see
away.
my magic wand.
Oh no.
The thing is, like, I know they're going to keep making stuff like this. They'll do this TV show adaptation, and then they'll probably do more spin-offs from that, and then they'll probably do a rebooted movie series. Like, it will never end because it's a money spinner. Of course, they'll keep doing stuff like this. You just have, I guess, you just have to ask, like, from a creative point of view, are they just going to go progressively downhill because they're going to get more and more infused with all this, like, bullshit, like diverse casting and race swapping characters just because they can.
I just saw a good one in the chat. Hagrid will be played by Lizzo.
I hope so.
They
Don't
really
you
can't
Not
mess
the
this
disaster you might think.
Well, you'd have
Yeah,
to
it
do
could be
like
fun.
Godzilla when she approaches, the water shakes and the building starts crumbling.
Like fat bastard, basically.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have an earthquake.
Isn't there
He's
considerably
also
less of
like you.
Lizzo than there used to be?
Well, she would
Yeah.
just take Dudley's cake and start eating it herself.
She just eats Dudley.
Wait, Trigger,
I
did you
guess
just
you guys
say that
haven't
there's
watched
less
Harry Potter
Lizzo than there used to
Yeah, well, isn't
Yeah,
she
well,
like?
started
Isn't
losing
she like
weight.
totally in the gym all the time, like trying to get in shape and stuff?
Yeah, she's definitely not on the Opesmic. What do you call that drug?
Ozempic.
Yeah. She's definitely not on that. It's all in the gym.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, that shit's really bad for you.
Yeah, it takes
Well,
away your,
yeah. Like
bone
imagine
density.
a drug that causes your body to not process food that you eat. I can imagine. Yeah, that's not great for you.
And there's all like bubbles in your guts, and dude,
It's just, it's so fucking stupid. It's like, oh my god, I've tried everything except like cutting down what I eat and exercising more.
yeah.
It's a
Well, that's
mystery.
the thing. Everyone
It's
wants a
the one
magic pill.
thing.
You don't want to put in the work.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't matter. Like I don't care any argument that you want to make about like genetics or like I'm big boned or like fucking slow metabolism, whatever stupid excuses you've got. It's like your body doesn't generate mass out of thin air. Like ultimately, if you're eating more food, you're going to gain weight. If you eat less than you burn up, you will lose weight. It doesn't matter what else is going on there. That will always work. And it's like, yeah, it requires discipline. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say discipline and willpower. If they have that's what they need. Not Ozempic, an injection that gives you willpower.
There you
They'll
go.
be okay.
Yeah.
The
The
speed
punch.
she's done it too. Like she has to be on some good gear.
Yeah. I mean,
Who wants to
could
bet
do it.
Harry's family? You know, the Dudleys or what they call the Dursleys.
The Dursleys.
Yeah.
Dursleys, yeah.
They will be white.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
Well,
can
yeah,
guarantee.
they're villainous, so they have to be.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Malfoy's
didn't
gonna
J.K.
be
Rowling base them on like just they are your typical sort of middle class conservative family who, you know, don't
Have
have any
kids
great.
in cupboards.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
a normal
much.
thing.
Well, I think she described them as like, well, they're Daily Mail readers. Like, and you can smell the contempt just like seething out of her pores when
They
she
just have
says that.
illegal workers underneath their house just making toys.
Yeah.
Well, that's
But-
a terrible casting. Absolutely terrible.
I would be kind of
Did you
surprised
give
if
me the
this is
impression-
who Snape is. They
Do you think
can't
he's
mess
going
this
to do
up.
Alan Rickman?
What's that?
Do you think he'll do Alan Rickman's? He'll go Weasley. Do you think he'll do all that? Or do you think-
No, he's probably going to do his own
Mr.
interpretation.
Potter.
Be all
I hope so. I hope it's awful.
As you guys say, like someone like Adam Driver would probably be a really good match.
It feels
Very, like,
remarkably
wise.
suitable, and I think everyone would like to see him give it a shot. Obviously, if he's on board, but
Yeah.
Well,
you know,
I think the fact that it's a logical choice and it would be a good.
it feels
casting
like
choice means that means it won't happen. It's like casting Henry Cavill as James Bond. Like, well, it's like everyone's in favor of it, and it makes complete sense. That's why they won't do it.
you know, like Jack Nicholson getting his chance to play Joker. It just made so much sense. It's like, yeah, it feels like something that should happen.
Yeah.
Adam Driver looks like Snape. Just do it anyway. Come on.
Yeah.